I'll also turn off my camera because
There we
I'm
go.
not looking the
Okay.
greatest.
Welcome, guys, gals, non-binary pals. It's me, your host with the most, Dr. John Wolfenstein here, joined as always by my fantastic cast of characters. Sadly, we are going to be short of Roan today. She is having a bit of a medical issues, but she will be. She's fine. She just has chronic problems that she has to deal with. But always, your well wishes are appreciated, and we do wish that she has a quick recovery time. However, that is not going to stop us today. So I do apologize for not getting to stream yesterday. Unfortunately, I had some other things that took precedence. Like you may have noticed that a lot of my themes across all my social medias have changed. I recently got some new art, some new banners, and have gone through the processes of putting them up and getting them looking good. I also had a few other chores and errands I had to take care of before I went into work, so unfortunately things are what they are. But it is fantastic, and of course this means that we are indeed moving forward. We're changing it up. We're keeping it fresh. We are improving! And improvement is always a positive. But thank you to those of you who joined me on the Warcraft stream with my lovely assistant Coda. Thank you so very much for that. It meant the world to me. And we're back with episode 50 of Seas of Vodari. It has been a fantastic journey, and honestly, I couldn't do it without these amazing people. And man, I can't. It's hard to believe it's been 50 episodes already. Geez Louise and Toaster's cheese, man. I just, whoosh, it's awesome. I'm so excited, and again, thank you to my beautiful players, because honestly, couldn't do it without them. But with that being said, I am currently full up on game slots, so I have edited that, mostly because my schedule will be changing next year. So some time slots are closed, some need to be reopened, things of that nature. And so I'm in the process of doing the transition over to new times and new days off. But when I open up with new stuff, I will be sure to let all of you beautiful people know. But thank you again for all your support and all of just all of the follows and the well wishes and the comments. Honestly, it means so much to me, and I know it means a lot to my players. And geez, man, we've had 50 episodes, guys. Isn't that crazy?
Oh shit, yeah, this is the 50th episode, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's what happens when you have good friends and a lot of free time.
Exactly. But man,
how many years did it take us, though?
Oh, I can probably tell you. Give me a sextant.
I think it took us 3 years, because I was in the Rosemont house beforehand.
Yep, took us 3 years, and boy, we had an entirely different crew. Well, nearly entirely different crew then, but you know what?
The only one who stayed is Niafta and Valor.
Yeah, you. Although
no, I'm a different character.
Yeah, but I more meant players as well as characters.
That's true.
I had fun with Mako. I was just kind of getting on the spellcaster part of it.
Yeah, you don't play spellcasters.
Yeah, no, they're not as fun to me. I like to be able to hit the thing hard.
Yep.
It's almost like I was security.
I love the art you picked.
Yeah, it's fun art.
I messed around with AI for about 5 hours to get that picture.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The amount of dedication I have for my brother's games, don't question it.
That reminds me, send me that picture so I can make you a token real quick.
Oh, I already have one.
Okay. Oh,
yep,
right.
I already have one, and it is on my thing.
I'm still looking still looking at Mako because I haven't archived Mako's character sheet yet. Ignore me.
I got it all done for it just so you wouldn't have to worry about doing anything extra when we were getting into it all.
Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate. Exactly.
Just a gentle reminder to all our viewers: if you had antidepressants, take them. If you haven't taken them already, take them now.
I was going to say, if you have any medication you need to take at the evening, please do take it. All my medication is in the morning.
Innocently.
Gentle reminder to take your meds or get spooked by the box ghost.
Not a sex thing?
This stream should
No,
be
it's a
sponsored
Danny-
by Pepsi.
It's a Danny Phantom thing.
He's a phantom.
He's a phantom. Anyway. Talk about old Nickelodeon shows that could have actually competed with Cartoon Network. Now it's just clearly Cartoon Network was the superior. And
Honestly, I'm sad that Cartoon Network disappeared. Like it was gone.
It might as well be gone with how bad it's gotten.
No, it's like actually like it's no longer a channel.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
August, I think, is when they stopped airing.
Yep.
Yes.
But depressing death of childhoods aside, and death of glory aside, let us jump into the world of Vodari. So, when last we left off, our crew. See what I did there?
So the channel's still there. They shut down the site, the website.
Oh.
No. The whole thing is shut down. They fired everybody.
I don't know. But anyway.
Hey, I don't even use cable anymore anyway, so.
Because I don't use cable, so it doesn't.
That's exactly why it doesn't exist anymore, because now everything is streamed and the rights for the Cartoon Network shows are now on Warner, and Warner owns Max, I believe it is? Max?
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
Well.
A lot of Cartoon Network stuff is on Hulu now.
Yeah, Hulu and Max own all that shit. Like, all that was Cartoon Network, so there's Cartoon Network no more.
Oh, there you go. But
anyway, off of the death of our childhoods and on to fun games.
Yep. So, our crew of the Vesi's Mercy had finished kind of cementing the alliance with Orca and Zeleny, having fixed the worst of the problems, having, had the peace talks, and Zeleny is not going to be bloated up. No being sunk beneath the waves. Excuse me. But with that being the case, in order to pay for, or rather, in order to show gratitude to the heroes who helped make that a reality, the Shipwrights Guild, along with the rest of the guilds in Zeleny, are doing some upgrades to the Vesi's Mercy. Indeed. Making a kitchen, giving you some, continual flame torches, things of that nature. All in all, a very fun time to be had. And these upgrades are not costing the crew of the Vesi's Mercy anything themselves.
In fact, they paid us to have the upgrades done.
This is technically the loot of this mission.
Indeed.
Yay!
But again, as I said, with that being the case, it is going to be a couple of days in dry dock before the Vesi's Mercy is fit to launch again. And so, it is at this time that they can explore Zeleny more to their heart's content, as well as do various other things. Of course, there is also the matter of the new addition to the Vesi's Mercy with Scram, the young little Selkie who has been more or less adopted by Roan, the adult Selkie.
Please don't touch me.
Do not touch baby seal.
But with all that being said, there is also the matter of some new crew members. The now captain, Niafta, is indeed has been alerted by Tiny Sensei that there is people wishing to join the Vesi's mercy and wishing to sail away and insert dramatic music of sail and and just simply get away from Zeleni and try their lives out on the high seas. And yes,
we need some tripulants. And yeah, so I trust the Tiny Sensei will find trustworthy members of the crew, because they need to be down for some sketchy shit and of course not betray us.
Fair points. However, Tiny Sensei has brought to your attention a few members, specifically 3 of them, that he thinks that you should meet with.
Alright. Okay.
But as that has been decided, we find ourselves back in the wonderful world of the Seas of Vodari. And so, as we kind of tune in and as the focus comes into view, we'll find Niafta, as a matter of fact, sitting with Tiny Sensei, and they are in a tavern in Zeleni called the called the Floating Barrel.
Floating Barrel.
Mm-hmm. The Floating Barrel is a tavern that is mostly used by sailors and seamen, and all kinds of other people. Here comes the jokes in 3, 2, 1. Haha.
There it is.
And as you are sitting there, he kind of looks. He looks to you, Niafta. So again, these are like the best ones that I could find, and the ones that kind of needed some extra kind of hands. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. Yes, we do. We've been losing mates.
Yeah, you're losing a little bit, but and he kind of points. Here comes one now.
Mm-hmm.
And as she arrives, you notice that. Where'd she go? Where'd my photo go? Damn you screens! Okay, here she goes.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Ain't that just the way?
It is, honestly. It definitely seems like that.
I love Over the Garden Wall.
I haven't seen Over the Garden Wall in a hot minute.
It's my favorite. It's like one of my favorite shows.
Come get your potatoes and molasses.
Oh god, let's not do this again.
It's almost like the song that never ends.
We're not doing that either.
Oh, fine. I'll just take 99 bottles and put them up on the wall.
I mean, I'd almost rather you do
99
that.
bottles of meat on the wall, 99 bottles of meat. I'm gonna get myself shot one of these days, I swear.
That was horrendous, and you should feel bad.
Huh? Wait, why should I feel bad?
Because you're
Because you made
driving.
water almost go up my nose.
Oh,
Listen, it's not my place to put things up there.
That's a point of pride.
Go find someone else for that.
anyway.
I mean, listen, my services are available for the right price, but
Well, I don't want anything up my nose. I don't
Pain
feel
in
good.
the nose? That,
you know what?
not a
Some
cable.
people are into some weird things.
They are.
Well,
Alright.
just because we have a pencil, Jake, doesn't mean the rest of us do.
In
My
the immortal,
friend-
words of Valentino, there's a kink for that.
My friend did
Yeah.
recently tell me about getting ass sucked. I didn't think that was real, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
Apparently-
thing.
no, it's all over the
Something-
internet.
yeah, sucking on ass is a real thing. That's
My monetization
interesting.
is
There's a-
fucking. Whew.
I
If
thought,
it
I thought
exists,
licking
there's
was
someone
going
probably
far enough,
masturbating to it.
but sucking on it.
Just
I mean, you're asking for trouble. I'm sorry.
Slurp, slurp.
Ass king.
Goodbye to your monetization, Blade.
Asking.
yeah, just oh my monetization, no.
At some point, we'll set it up so when he hits go live, it goes live on through my channel where we actually do get monetized.
Are you sure you want to do that to your channel?
I say so much worse when it's just me,
Fair enough.
and I still get paid for it.
Fair enough.
The only time you really have to worry about losing your monetization is if you say something stupid while you're on, the big screen.
Mm.
I was gonna say also, like, if you're, like, bashing someone,
Yeah, there's that
I was
too.
told they don't really take lightly to that either.
Oh, that can get you banned.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
That's why anytime I stream, I avoid that type of shit.
Yep.
Actually, I try to avoid that type of shit in general because I ain't no one got time for drama.
Yep, ain't nobody got time for that shit.
In
Alright,
the world
so
of darkness, choose kindness.
shoes
Can I
kindness?
Can I choose mashed potatoes? I like mashed potatoes more than I like kindness.
Mashed potatoes are pretty nice.
I was gonna say I much.
But how
prefer
do you like your mashed potatoes? Do you like them when they're like almost creamy, or do you like them chunky?
So the way I usually make my mashed potatoes is I'll take a bit of milk and I will steep some bay leaves, garlic, celery, and such in it until they get to a point where I can mash them up real nice and soft, add in some butter, and then I make the potatoes themselves and I'll mix that in so you get this nice like thick, creamy consistency.
On today's episode of Cooking with Vodari,
What I like to do is I like to chop up my
There's
potatoes
worse
super
things.
tiny, like really tiny cubes. And so once they're all done boiling, I just lightly mash them. I add like a little bit of sour cream and cream cheese to it.
Pretty
And then,
simple, but pretty damn good. Yeah. I
And
can
then I
feel that.
do like I make this like garlic rosemary compound butter that I add to it, and it's just it's so nice. I like.
If you ever get the chance, you should try and use a ricer for the potatoes instead of just mashing them. You get this like nice smooth consistency if you can rice them.
So like I'm not a fan of like really smooth potatoes. I like them to be more chunky.
Fair, that's
I
fair.
think I just like them to have more of a bite. I don't like because it feels like I don't like to. I don't want to use the bad word. I don't like things that have the consistency of vomit because
Fair
it's
enough.
a sensory issue for me. Similar to why I don't like applesauce.
I see.
Reining
it's
in
the opposite
both of your
position for me.
ADD.
Anyway. ADHD.
Point
It's
is
the
just
autism.
reining it in.
Nah, I just got the tism.
Anyway,
Rhythm with the design.
Rhythm with the tism.
anyway,
They call me Rismadeus.
no,
Brent,
they
you
don't.
just gotta move on, dude.
Yep.
You just gotta move on.
The individual in question is seen, and Tiny Sensei just kind of stands up and extends a hand to her, and she in turn shakes his hand, and he gestures to you, Niafta. Welcome. This is our captain, Captain Niafta. Captain Niafta, allow me to introduce to you Missy.
Missy. Hi, Missy.
And she smiles. And you see this individual. Please tell me that actually worked.
oh no,
I
she's
want to
hot.
hug her.
So hold on.
Was that also with
Well,
AI
I want
art?
more than hug,
Yes.
but you know.
Most of my stuff will be AI art. I do not have the money to commission every NPC as I would like.
Sorry, I'm not the fastest artist either.
Where do I see it?
I'm still bad at art, but I'm trying to get better.
Should be on Roll20.
I'm a huge quality over quantity, but that just makes me very
I
slow.
haven't opened my wall front yet.
I think we just found a
Can you
girlfriend.
show it to the chat? I'll be opening too.
Still
But-
need to draw like a good picture of Scram. I just have like the one chibi of him. I do have some
However,
cardstock on me.
as she smiles and she tips her head to you, Captain, pleasure to meet you. I've been told many a fine thing about the Vesi's mercy by Mr. I believe he's called Tiny Sensei. Fuck, damn it.
Well, that's how we know him, of course.
And he just shakes his head. Right.
Mhm.
Anyway. So, Captain, this is Missy. She is applying for a very important position, I like to say. She is applying for the gunner. And Missy nods her head. Aye. A gunner or powder monkey, but mostly I maintain proper firing discipline when out at sea.
It's good. I like it.
Of course, I'm not so good at fixing anything, so if one of the cannons were to break, I could do modest repairs, but unfortunately I couldn't build you a new cannon. That is a bit beyond my scope of ability. However, I am an expert when it comes to powder and powder distribution, as well as, again, keeping a consistent, proper load and fire line. I do have some service. I was on the Devil's Hand, on the Red Reef, and of course, more recently, I just left the Tevara Navy. Dishonorably discharged, I will admit, but that's because I didn't stop my captain from blowing up his ship. Because he frankly didn't want to listen to a goblin.
Oh, well. Well. And so we will be super happy to count with your abilities. However, we need to cover for your non-abilities. Tiny Sensei, do we have somebody that can do the repairs and build new cannons if they were to break?
I mean, what's that Grimir guy like? Because I seen him walking around with an actual cannon. Like, can he repair him?
I'm yet to ask him. But I would suppose that being this his main weapon, he should know how to fix it. Or maybe he just goes around buying new ones every time they break. I don't know.
Well, we'll see what we can find out then. And he looks to her. So, Missy, what are you expecting to make? Well, I understand that we are a privateering vessel, so for wages, along with officer's cut, as that is what I'm technically applying for, is to be an officer, but as for officer's cut of loot, I only expect a gold every fortnight. Gold every 2 weeks. Not a bad price for a proper gunner.
Yeah. It's fine.
And she smiles. Very well then. So long as you can make that price and there's a berth aboard the ship, I will be happy to take it. Aye, feel free to say, Captain, if she meets your approval, of course.
Probably she said.
Feel free to sign the log and make your mark. Thank you. She takes up a charcoal pencil and scratches out her name and other such things. And, and with that, she smiles and Missy has been added to the crew of the Vesi's Mercy.
Ooh.
And I actually have something fun for you guys, but give me a moment while I finish it up. You notice that her full name is Missy Blacksalt. As you are reading the log, and Cade, or Tiny Sensei, as everybody prefers to seem to want to know him.
We've kind of forgot his name several times and just go by Tiny Sensei.
Indeed. But he kind of looks. She'll be good to have as a master gunner and as a gunner. It would be it'd be a shame if we had, cannons firing at irregular intervals. After all, the power of a broadside is its unity. And he kind of sips. The next one should be here in a moment. Took me a bit to find this one. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking for someone who could be the ship's surgeon. After all, with you being the captain these days, can't very well have you performing surgeries.
Sure.
And he kind of frowns. She was supposed to be here. Or, well, he, or it. Frankly, I haven't asked. It seems a mite insensitive. Just because, you'll see what I mean. And, after a moment, there is you see that a soft glow has taken over a lot of the tavern, and people are like turning and looking and are like genuinely confused. And you see one approach. What you notice first are the white robes, and then you hear the whirring and grinding of gears and other such things as the individual in question appears. And and everybody can see, and it kind of smiles, though the smile, you realize, is just like lines of light that maybe are a smile. And it appears, "Greetings, I am Damage Obliteration Construct, or DOC for short." And
Hi, Doc. How are you?
I just got
I
my new
love him.
It tilts its head. "I am what you would call well. I have no damage, and no illness. But then again, I've never had illness. I know illness, though. I am looking for work as a doctor or surgeon. I was told..." "Oh, thank you. I am qualified. I have full memories of all anatomy of all sentient sapient life. I can, of course, conduct experiments, if needed, on unknown organisms, and do so safely. I have healer's kits, bandages, surgeon skills, and I do also possess healing magic, gifted to me by the almighty lady.
I'll be happy to welcome you in the crew.
Thank you so much. You are very kind. Sindri, bless you.
Doc,
Yes?
I would like to know what are your pronouns.
Say again?
I would like to ask you what are your pronouns.
Oh, you may call me Doc.
Just Doc.
Yep. I don't particularly have understanding of human
Genitalia?
sentence structure. I also cannot reproduce, so my species classification or gender classification or sex classification is ultimately irrelevant.
I see. Okay, Doc, then.
Thank you kindly. And it snaps a salute. Now,
Translation? They, them.
I mean, translation, whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, just Doc.
Yep. But, you notice that the patterns on Doc's robe are rising suns. And this means that, technically, the Great Lady is Tarot, the god of light, love, and healing, though, again, Tarot is a god, and he calls Tarot the Great Lady. And again, he seems to have no problem with this distinction. It's almost as if he doesn't understand it either. But again, gods don't necessarily procreate, so... But he tilts his head. Yes, Captain.
So listen, you can sign with Tiny Sensei.
Tiny Sensei? I thought his name was Cade Reedfellow. Aye, on the Vesi's mercy, I'm Tiny Sensei. Noted. Addendum added to databanks. And he leans down and he flicks his finger, and you see he writes in a ink pen. And he writes out damage, obliteration, construct, and then does the parenthesis doc with the acronym periods. I shall go aboard the Vesi's Mercy and make ready for sailing.
Yes, please.
I ask only one form of payment. Please make sure I am well stocked with supplies, and allow me to look and investigate any new or unknown or interesting diseases, cases, or injuries.
Granted.
Thank you, Captain. This will be a lot of fun, as I have heard it. I look forward to experiencing fun.
Yes.
A side question. Does Valor know that these two are coming on the ship?
You'll get a message eventually. You were told that Nyafta and Tiny Sensei are meeting with some new potential crewmates.
But Valor doesn't know what or who they are, and he is currently doing things about the ship. I just love how this interaction's gonna go.
Yep, it's gonna be great. So, the last one, they're a bit interesting. They're called Skull, and they're not necessarily typical deckhands or typical crew. They're more of well, I'll let them explain when they arrive. But they can be useful in some respects, specifically as the striker. Striker is also someone who would harvest bounty from the sea. Fishing and trapping of creatures in order to, feed us and things like that.
I don't know.
And here they are. Skull, if you would please.
Oh,
Coming in through the door, you see a rather tall individual ducking his head as he goes through. Standing at his full height, he looks to be about over 7 feet tall, about 7'3" to be specific. From the waist up, he appears human. Down below, you see what looks like an octopus, 8 tentacles.
okay.
His skin is light blue, with his hair being a similar tone, just a slight bit darker. He is obviously shirtless, with a scarf wrapped around his neck that almost looks like it has a tentacle motif to it. And on his hip hangs a half skull mask that looks like it has abyssal tendrils running around it with red, almost blood droplets, and it all seems to be moving.
Well, that's sufficient.
And as he looks around, he takes a moment, scratches his head. An employer sent me here to find a... He holds up a small slip of paper. Tiny sensei?
Yes, sir. That would be...
You see a magical hand wave above a table where a tiefling and a halfling are sitting.
How many people are actually in here at the moment? Out of curiosity.
About 7 or 8 right now. It's still early in the day, so yeah, it's pretty empty.
Skull will make his way over and he'll plaster on a smile and hold out a hand. It's nice to meet you. I'm a hunter of types.
Any experience on ships before?
I grew up around them. My name actually comes from something my parents heard humans calling out on their ship at one point while they were celebrating. Other than that, I've spent most of my life in the sea or on boats. It's part of the trade.
Of course.
I like to find big things.
That gives for the love of jokes, but I would spare you that. And so what are your abilities?
Well, I've been trying to find a new position to work in for a while, and an old friend and employer sent me this way, saying that someone could use, he said, a striker, and said that I'd fit the bill pretty good.
In that case, well, welcome. Our ship is the Vesi's Mercy.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be aboard.
And with that, Cade asks you to make your mark. Also, allow me to show you 2 new pieces of art that I have recently earmarked for Cade and Thok. It has taken me a while to find some I liked, but I think these are pretty good.
One of these days, I got to do AI art for Valor.
Good luck to you. I'm not gonna lie. The Naga and Lamia people are a bitch and a half. But I wish you all the best.
Do me a favor and send me some basic descriptions. I'll see what I can do for you.
You seen what my token looks like?
Drawn your character before, hon.
Yes, you have.
Did you want?
I have a bad memory.
We can use Emil's art if he wants us to.
Yeah, go for it. I could resend it too, just because it's been a while since I've sent that.
I also have only ever been using my
so
token
nice.
icon, which is this guy.
Yeah, Hero Forge. Nothing wrong with Hero Forge though. All right.
Tram's photo right now is just a seal, literally.
Yep. All right, so here we go. Cade, Reedfellow, or Tiny Sensei?
What?
Good God, he's a drunk.
He's a pirate.
Sorry,
Fair
the
point.
birds are screaming.
Anyway,
Honestly, I kind of expected him to have purple hair.
I mean, you know. Depending on the light, that could be lavender or white.
Fair enough.
And then, fuck.
Alright, let's see this beefcake.
Beefcake
Yep.
is 100% right.
This is the man that gets insulted when you tell him he's digging wrong, then grabs a second shovel and shows you up.
Yep.
He's the man that invented beefcake.
This is the man that kind of made Niata's other character in a different game say he pulls.
Well, there you go. What do you think, Niafta?
I'm sorry, my audio was cutting off. What was that again?
What do you think of Cade and Fuck? Oh, are you not on Roll20 yet?
No, not yet.
Oh.
What, they have like pictures of it?
Yeah, they have pictures now on Roll20.
Oh, okay. I will connect fighting with them.
Yeah, Roll20 was fighting us earlier, so doesn't surprise me.
What's going on with that though? It's like it's been super rough so far though.
Mm.
And also I
Hopefully they have
didn't see the email
by next week, so.
that they're changing things and now they're selling stuff.
But with that, land crew. And give me just a moment here while I finish creating this list for you guys, and then you guys can be in charge of it after.
I have this sneaking suspicion that I'm about to get belittled by a goblin, dissected by a robot, and then hunted for sport by a octopus man.
Nah, you're no sport.
What's your size again?
Lengthwise, about 12 feet. Height-wise, near 7.
Yeah, he's just pushing.
Yeah, a little too short for what I go for.
Yeah, he's pushing large in terms of those sizes.
I'm curious about how Skull's gonna meet Scram. Just not even recognize, just walks right over him.
Here's the way Skull is when it comes to hunting. You know that giant thresher shark that was in the port?
I can see it. Yeah,
That's something he would look at as fun.
All right, so I have created the handout, The Crew of the Vesi's Mercy.
I believe we had decided last session that I was going to be the first mate.
Oh, okay,
Because-
excuse me.
I would also like to point out that you misspelled mercy.
No, I didn't.
Mekri?
Mekri?
Crew of the Vesi's Mekri.
Oh, did I? Shit.
Yeah. Nope, you're never living that down. Crew of the Vesi's Mekri. I actually think that should be canon now, that is what it actually says on the side of the ship.
Mekri?
Like, not
I don't know, I will pick you
taking
up.
notice, but it just says Mekri.
So allow me to show you the artwork then, Yafta, now that you're here. Doc.
Ah, cute!
We have the beefiest of boys, Thok.
Yeah, that's my boy!
There's a
That's
reason
in-
why we don't let Thok go to the inn by himself.
There is Mr. Cade Reed, Tiny Sensei.
I would have said he looked older, like much older.
I mean, that's what you get for thinking. No, I'm just kidding. And then Missy.
Well, Nyafta
Yeah.
isn't like make the halfling, right?
Yes, he is a halfling.
Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
All right.
That's true. Halflings can
Yeah.
live a long time.
Yeah, Frodo.
I feel like I'm about to get in trouble for this one, but we need another NPC named Cheryl. That way we have Doc, Thok, and Cheryl.
What?
Kidnap the
Oh!
Sandy Claus.
Ha! Ha! A play on Lock, Shock, Barrel. Got it. Actually, so fun point of fact, I was running the Fool's Gold campaign earlier, and there are NPCs that are basically the funhouse mirrors of the Fool's Gold crew. There's Bothy, a duck beast folk, who is the crazy druid. There is a crocodile with a cursed monkey's hand on his right hand. And there is Morena, who is a goth girl who fights with magic throwing cards.
That's amazing.
I love it.
It was the single greatest NPC matchup I've ever seen. I love it to pieces, and it's one of many reasons I run Fool's Gold. But anyway, so the crew of the Vesi's Mercy.
Oh, there's Scram.
You guys have your own art on your own things, and I figured you'd want to draw Scram, so I haven't come up with any Selkie art for Scram.
No, I meant for where he is on the crew thing.
He's on the land.
He's a deckhand.
Bottom.
Oh, he was.
Oh, there he is.
He was a deckhand. Excuse me.
Yeah, I just see it as land crew.
What?
Sorry, I could have sworn I put him there. All right, there he goes. Now he's definitely a deckhand.
I appreciate you.
Sometimes I make mistakes. You know, I'm only right 98% of the time. That other 3% is my gift to the world.
I don't know. I think it lowered to 97 after the Meckery incident.
Hey, I've always been dyslexic. I've never hidden that.
There's a reason why, and I still actually need to sit down and do it again. I get asked to spell check for spells and such.
Yeah, that reminds me. What the fuck?
Depression.
Well, damn it.
I need to actually re-download the file and so I can work on it.
Yeah.
Boys, I have a question for you. Standardly, how much does plate armor cost?
Oh boy, I think it's like 1,500 gold pieces or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not spending all of the crew's money on a set of full plate armor.
Please don't do that. We will not forgive you.
We will not forgive you. So yeah,
Let's see.
if you're looking for undersea armor, chitin plate is 1,500, and then under the Seas of Vodari regular, let's see. Plate is also 1,500. Yep, requires a strength of 15 as well. But let's see. Half plate is 750, so it's half the cost. And then
What? Hold on, I think I have the thing here. I'm just trying to figure out what's better, a standard breastplate or half plate.
technically, half plate is better than breastplate. It gives you a +1, ultimately. So you would have an AC of 20. Oh, my freaking fingers.
What'd you do?
I popped them.
Howie.
Alright. So, with that, and with the joining of the new crew member, our focus will turn to the rest of the crew of the Vesi's Mercy, which is still on the ship of the Vesi's mercy. However, we will get to that after a quick bio break for everyone, because again, we do like to try to take breaks around here. So we will be back at 5 after the hour. So we will see everybody back for that. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for bearing with our quick little intermission there. I mean, heck, I paid for it, so I, like to use it on occasion. But I can hear someone's TikTok going off, or something going off.
Scram.
Scram.
Graham?
We can hear whatever you have playing in the background.
But as we come back in on the deck of the Vesi's Mercy, our crew, including Scram, Grimir, and Valor. Yeah, Scram, Grimir, Valor. the camera pans in, and Emil,
Oh, hi.
we can
What's
hear
up?
We
what you
can
have
hear
playing.
what you
We're
have
back.
playing.
Oh, shit.
We said it multiple times, you deaf butthead.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I was on TikTok.
No, really?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I knew. But anyway, so as we arrive back on the Vesi's Mercy, Valor, Grimir, and Scram, what are the three of you up to at this moment in time?
Where I left off, I was talking to Aurora, so I guess I'm slithering down the main mast again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But then
tinkering
again,
with the cannon.
that could have happened while they were going back over to that tavern to have their meetings. So, I guess I'm just taking stock of what we have and what all needs to get done
All right.
before I go and do my shopping.
Sure. And Grimir is tinkering with a cannon. And Scram, what are you up to?
My best.
Didn't you have to go shopping with Roan to get some new footwear?
That's the thing. I was going to go with Roan, but Roan's not here. I'm not sure if I should wait until they get our next session to do that.
I mean, we can have you do it now, or you can do it next session, or you can think of something else you would like to do if you had such a desire.
I'm trying to think, because the only thing he really needed was shoes.
Sure.
And I know Roan really wanted to do that.
What about weapons? I mean, I know he's a spellcaster, but don't spellcasters have, focuses and materials and wands?
Does he know he's a spellcaster? Oh, yes, he does.
He kind of exploded at everybody.
Yep, he knows.
Literally.
He definitely knows he's a spellcaster. He does have a talisman, which would... he also has a bag of trinkets, which can serve as foci, so... he's not terribly bad off there. But... yeah, you can of course head into port with Roan and obtain shoes. Shoes would not be impossible for you to obtain.
Because, what would my deities like to do?
No, they definitely their thought is you should be kind of exploring the Vesi's Mercy and seeing what's going on and how it all kind of works, because they are genuinely curious. Mostly because they don't have anything like this and haven't seen this particular group of individuals before. So they have a lot of questions.
I say they can definitely ask, and I can ask as their voice, literally.
True. For now, though, they want to kind of just observe and see what's going on and what you bring before them.
We'll assume that he's got his shoes, so now he's kind of just exploring the ship. Probably, definitely, maybe. So, going into places he probably shouldn't be going into, but he's doing it because he don't know any better.
Well, you weren't told any particular places were off limits, really. So, you have a wide variety of, leeway. But you do end up finding Grimir down with the cannons. And you see him tinkering and kind of working with one.
Oh, man. he sheepishly walks over because he's like, "Shit, I wasn't expecting people to be down here too."
Have I met Scram yet? Did I meet?
Yeah.
Was I with everybody when
Yeah.
we met? Okay.
You met him very vaguely. You just knew
You
he
were-
kind of
Yeah, I think I
exploded
was
the
kind of in the
table.
back. I'm gonna say, yeah, he's really invested in his work, so he doesn't notice you coming up at all. He's by the barrel of the cannon, and he's taking measurements out, and then he'll like go back and rifle through a little box of instruments and tools. And then he'll pull something else out and look at the cannon for a while and take measurements of different kinds.
What you doing?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh no, it's okay. I just get really invested. I didn't even hear you. I'm fine. How are you?
I think I'm okay.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. You don't explode like all the time, do you?
No.
Okay, great. Because there's just right by your foot there. That's a bunch of gunpowder. I don't.
Want to see Baby Hopper?
What's that?
Repeat what you said. My friend was talking to me.
I don't want you to explode right now, because if you do, you might blow up the ship. Which,
no, I
you
don't
know,
explode all the time. Only if
that's what you want to do, that's fine. You know, I'd rather not explode, but you know, everybody, you can do whatever you want.
I would prefer not to explode.
Okay, good, great, that's awesome. Anyways,
Well, what are you working on?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here yet, so I don't know like what I can and can't do. So I'm kind of just looking at, you know, things that I could do, and then maybe making like a list of things, and then I was thinking about maybe talking to the captain and asking for supplies, maybe, if that'd be all right, to see if maybe I can like make some upgrades and stuff like that. Yeah, sort of that type of stuff. We have smoothbore cannons, so I thought maybe, you know, I could add some rifling to the cannons, and you know, I'm kind of checking on the aiming apparatus to see if maybe we can enhance that, and maybe we can get a little bit more accuracy and stuff. So
Ram understands half of what you said. Or well, what do the cannons do?
Well, so you pack them with you know, a propellant like gunpowder, for example, and then typically there's a bit of a seal of some kind that you add to that, and then you'll add your shot in after that, and then there's an ignition mechanism of some sort. We just have wicks, and you ignite the gunpowder, and boom, explodes. Kind of, it's like a controlled explosion, right? And then it shoots whatever shot you had. It shoots that out, and you point it at something that you want to destroy or kill, and then ideally you hit that thing.
You put seals in the cannon?
I think you might misunderstand what I mean when I say seal. I wouldn't put anything alive in the cannon unless I wanted that thing dead.
Does that mean we're gonna fight things when we're out at sea?
Usually that happens. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd really rather not. I'd
Are
really
they
rather not. I like shooting
scary?
cannons. I don't particularly like shooting them at people, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes there's real bad guys that really, you know.
Are there
evil fish and
scary
stuff.
things out at sea?
Some people get scared by things. Sometimes, yeah. There was a plant that ate somebody one time. That scared them quite a bit.
There's plants that do that?
Yeah, awful business. Really unpleasant. Makes you all sticky and slimy.
They're usually
We got her out though.
I've never seen the ocean before.
That's like all I've ever seen. That's crazy. You've never seen the ocean?
No.
Wow, I think I was born on the ocean.
Like in the water?
Maybe. Yeah, it could be. I think my people generally swim a lot, but I grew up on land, so
I was told that I could swim, but I've never swam before.
you never swam?
No.
You want to test it and see if you can?
I don't know. There's scary people eating plants in the water.
No, there's no people eating plants in the water. Those are on land.
What?
Yeah, they're only on land. It's okay though. We're on a boat. There's none here.
Well,
Yeah, they don't get on boats.
what if there's scary things in the water?
We're at a port. Only scary thing's gonna be that gigantic mega shark or whatever.
What?
Yeah, I think it's in the port. I don't think it'll come after us though. I think
Who
it
left
was
the
like
child alone with the dwarf?
I think it's friendly or something. To be honest, I don't know. I wasn't paying much attention to that part.
Oh. I'm exploring the ship.
Oh, okay.
We
Well-
want to know more about it since we're about to be on it for I don't know how long.
Well, anytime you want me to tell you about cannons, you just come over here and I'll tell you whatever you want to know about cannons.
If it shoots big things, will it explode?
Which one? The cannon or the thing that you shoot?
I don't know. Both.
Kind of, the cannon does kind of explode. Sometimes if it misfires, if you don't seal it properly, or if you have bad shot, the cannon itself could explode. None of my
You said you
cannons.
don't put seals in it.
None of mine's. No, it's a different kind of seal. It's like a soft. It's like a. It's not alive.
There's not alive seals.
No, we don't put dead seals in it. It was the stuff we put in there was never alive.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a T-shirt. You put like
like
a
a
T-shirt
pillow.
in there. Yeah, like a pillow. Yeah.
Oh. You put pillows in the cannon. Okay.
Uh huh.
Who?
He's internally talking to the deities, be like, "Is this good information? Am I doing good?"
You get a lot of like conflicting information of, wow, this is very fascinating. Some people go, is he crazy? Some people are like, what is he jabbering on about? And one of them's like, he seems nice.
I'm glad.
Am I close by to this conversation while it's happening, or am I somewhere
Ah,
else?
you're on deck.
Oh, lovely. Somebody left the child alone with the crazy cannon-hungry dwarf.
No, the child found the crazy cannon dwarf.
See, this is my cannon. I carry this around everywhere, and I pull out the culverin and set it down, and it goes. Boom. This one shoots pretty far. This one shoots, couple hundred meters. But these guys, and I pat the carronade, they can shoot up to 1,200 meters.
It's really far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
I know numbers. That's about it.
That's a lot. It's really far. That's like half the ocean, I think.
Do they go through the ship wall?
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. This
But wouldn't
ship
that break
fruit
the
definitely.
ship?
Well, you shoot it. See, there's this latch here, and you shoot it out of that. You don't shoot through the ship.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you sort of shoot through the ship, but it's already open, so you don't break anything.
Are there things deeper in the ship? Or is this the farthest? it
Yeah,
goes?
probably. I haven't. I found the cannons, and I've been here. I don't need to explore. This is my spot.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Off he trudges to deeper depths. Deeper depths. I
Tink,
can't
tink,
fucking
tink, tink,
talk.
As you travel
Little tippy
to
taps.
as you travel to the deeper depths of the ship, you eventually get yourself to the hold and where the brig is, and you can see that there's a few people here working on it. But one person you find is Thok,
Oh.
and he
How
looks
tall is Thok?
he's abnormally tall for an orc. He is he pushing about 7.5-ish feet.
Let me triple
Okay,
check.
so Thok and I almost look each other in the eye.
Let me triple check. Okay, Scram is 5'3".
Yep.
He's almost half the height of Thok.
Almost. But
You can see his belly buttons.
but he looks down at you as you arrive, and he waves. You are tiny one.
Yeah. What's down here?
Oh, this is where we store things like food and water and extra powder and bad people. And he points to where they're rebuilding and reinforcing a room that has a barred door. It's called the
have
hold
bad
because we
people?
store things here.
Do you have bad people on the ship?
Well, not all the time, but sometimes you find bad people or people you just don't know, so you have to put them somewhere so you can, talk to them without them, wandering about the ship.
Scram looks at himself, who is literally wandering about the ship.
He looks at you. Oh no, see, use what's called crew, so you get to wander about ship just fine, because you friend, and we have to make sure they're friends first. Otherwise, we have to throw them in the ocean.
Yeah.
You think I'm friend?
No, you friend. You came back with captain and other crew, so you friend.
I was ordered to join the group.
I know how that feels. I was too.
Is it
Thok is
scary
being.
being? Is it scary being on the ship?
Nah, it was scarier being on other ship. This ship, not so scary. I like this ship.
Other ship being the one that crashed in the episode 3.
Other
Was
ship,
it episode 3?
yeah, right. Other ship scary, but no, this ship nice. I like this ship.
Oh,
Of course, Cade and we go everywhere. So, where he go, I go. Where I go, he go. So, we go. And he nods, like he said something poetic and informative.
I mean, Scram is very well informed now. Is there anything deeper in the ship?
No, the hold is as low as he go. But, it's not so bad. Of course, the deck above us is, where we all sleep, like cabins and stuff. You seen it.
Yeah, I think I got my own room. I've never had a room before.
Oh, so it's like a place that's like yours, and it's like nice. I share one with Cade because Cade says that he doesn't take up any space, and I take up lots of space, so we together take up one space. I don't know if that's how that works, but he says it, so it must be true.
I remember I was in a small room, and we would pull out blankets, and we'd all sleep on the floor in a big group. And if it got cold, we just hugged each other.
That sounds nice.
I think it was.
Me,
But there was a
I
lot
don't-
of us.
I don't remember so much all of that. I remember fighting and fighting and fighting and more fighting, and then a ship, and then a wave, and then another ship, and then another fight, and then Maganoria. Yeah, she nice. She nice to talk. She say talk not just dumb monster. Though talk don't mind being dumb monster, cause dumb monster means I can hit things. And he punches his hand. So, sometimes dumb monster, good thing. But she said that I don't have to be dumb monster if I don't want to be. And Cade says that we follow her because she nice and pay us best money. So, we follow and pay best money.
Do you like fighting?
Ah! Me love fighting. Fighting is good. Fighting is orc. You need to be very orc.
I'm not very orc.
He nods. True. But you also not orc. So you don't have to be very orc. You can just be very whatever uses. What is use? And he leans down, trying to inspect you.
I think I was told I was a seal.
Seal key. I like
Yeah.
seals and keys. Keys open chests. Chests are good. Chests have treasure. Make sure you always open every chest.
That is horrible advice. Don't take it.
His eyes sparkle and he nods a little bit.
Do it.
Scram's gonna be the first to be eaten by a mimic.
Yeah.
I haven't thrown a mimic at you yet.
There's
Because
always a
you know,
chance.
Honestly,
so
impressive.
There's always a chance that it isn't a mimic.
Exactly. It could not be a
Not gonna
mimic. You don't know.
Not gonna lie, I really love Dungeon Meshi's interpretation of a mimic, where it's like a hermit crab.
Hmm.
Those things are cool.
I like the Freyden mimics, where she just falls into them every episode.
I still haven't seen that yet. I'm
It's
working on
so good. You need to watch that. Oh my gosh.
it. Yeah, I'm working
I
on it.
want it.
It's like the best fantasy I've seen in a long time.
But Thok kind of, there's a twang and a crack, and he turns and looks, and then he steps in front of you as a piece of wood comes flying and, nails him in the head. And he's just,
Oh, no.
ow!
Are you okay?
No, I fine. No bleed. And he turns and, shows you. No bleed, just dumb humans! Be careful on the ship! It's not ours to break!
Oh.
And they flinch for a second, and he nods. Good. Now be smarter. Don't be dumb. And he nods as if, again, he said the most intellectually smart thing he could have, as he then turns to look. It's dangerous here. You little one. You should go back up to other people's.
Okay.
Stay out of kitchen. It's hot.
Oh, I need to explore the kitchen, though.
Make sure you take someone with you. Kitchen hot.
Okay.
And, he reaches into a pouch on his hip and pulls out a piece of jerky and hands it to you. Eat this. You small. You need to eat more.
Graham is so fucking full, he's not used to eating this much in his entire life. He takes it, and there's a fake nibble because he is still beyond full from earlier.
It is fish jerky. But he nods, satisfied. Good. And then he turns and he just continues to watch the crew kind of working. And seems to have forgotten. He just instantly forgets.
He puts the fish jerky into his little pocket and then heads upstairs.
As you head
Where else
upstairs,
to explore?
as you head upstairs and arrive at basically the living quarters, which is where the kitchen would be, Valor, you slither down on your way to check more of the inventory.
I'm guessing they bump into each other.
Oh. I look down and I kind of see Scram.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
His eyes are wide. He's not used to big thing. There's a lot of big people here.
I get that a lot.
Not as big as Green Man.
Oh, Thok?
Many orc.
He is very orc.
Very orc.
That is the thing he is. But he is also about as gentle as they come, unless you tell him that he's not good at shoveling, in which case, stand back.
I saw him get hit in the head with a nail wood, and it didn't even bleed.
Was he working with three morons? Or three other humans?
I think so.
Yeah, that's very Curlian Mo.
If I got hit, I was always drawing blood. Or else I got hit harder until I did.
On another note, you look like you were about to head into the kitchen. I have some inventory to do, so... Were you looking for someone to go in with you?
Fox said to have someone with me because it's hot.
Okay, I think Thok misunderstands that you are not a toddler, but he sees you as a child because he has been that tall for quite a long time and often gets hit in the head with large objects.
I was told I'm an adult.
How old are you?
19.
Yeah, it's about adult.
But I don't get treated like one.
You are
guess I have to get used to that.
You are very small for someone your age. I'll put it that way.
Mother stunted.
Yeah, that'd be bad to it.
That those that were shorter worked better.
On a happier note, kitchen. Haven't seen what it looks like yet. Let's go in there. I do not know how to handle myself around sad.
I don't think it's sad. I thought it was informative.
Adorable.
Line.
So that means I make better clothes that way.
You don't have to make clothes anymore. I mean, unless you want to. If that's your passion, go for it. But you don't have to do that because no one here is forcing you to do anything you don't really want to do.
That's all I've ever known. I don't know anything else.
Right. From what I can tell, you can do magic. Like me. And Yakta.
You cast magic?
Yes. Usually it involves me swinging a very heavy object at another person and casting the magic through the heavy object, but that's usually what it does.
He just stares at you. Like you talked way too fast for him.
I would demonstrate, but I would break something. So I won't. I can talk to snakes, though.
I was able to talk to a fish. The fish said glug glug glug.
I mean, if you understood it, that's all on you. Anyways, what's in the kitchen?
I didn't think a fish could make a genome.
I didn't know that fish could say jeez.
I didn't think
That's hilarious. That is actually hilarious. I love it to pieces. Um,
Sorry, I'm still recovering from being sick.
Putting two autistic children in a room together and asking them to converse with one another. This is what you get.
I mean,
honestly,
it's very
the
wholesome.
most thing they do is they just stim together.
Anyway.
Yes, but this is the kitchen. Don't touch the hot surfaces because the last thing we need is to heal burning wounds because those are a pain in the half to fix.
So allow me to describe the new kitchen. It is actually made of stone. It is not a heavy stone, and there's not a lot of it. It's mostly just like almost like tiles that are placed over wood, and the stove as such has been upgraded to be more stone like, especially on the inside, though probably closer to clay. You can also see that there's new pots and pans. There's places for water. You realize there's a contraption to actually like siphon water out of the ocean and like bring it up into some basins. And you can see that there's places to like boil water and other such things. But I mean, frankly, it's a pretty impressive kitchen given what you're standing on and where you're at.
I really hope the Inventors Guild gave us a manual for some of this stuff.
This all looks really intense.
We did just save their entire island from being, let's say, swept off the map.
Looking seems scary.
Well, I mean, battle can be scary, but that's where courage comes in.
Oh, he said cooking, not battling.
I mean, technically cooking can be a battle too if you do it wrong.
I have battled my way through hundreds of recipes. I have battled my way through hundreds of recipes, and every time I gain more experience. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's absolutely hilarious.
There's a reason why Valor doesn't cook.
That's true. That's true.
But obviously, there's where's the pantry at in this thing? I need to do my inventory count. Make sure we have enough rations.
You find the pantry easy enough.
That is a very tall pantry,
and it's deep. You can walk into it.
As Valor goes in, you see Scram actually does not enter. He kind of just stays by the door.
Scram, would you mind helping count the stuff on the lower shelves, please?
I'm not allowed in food areas.
You are now.
No, I got struck at if I was in food areas.
We're not your mom.
Oh, Mother didn't do that.
We're not whoever hit you.
I don't know who did it.
You don't anymore, but we are not that person.
Are you sure?
I will never hit you.
Scram is actually looking more and more concerned about even putting a foot in.
You hear a soft voice. Go on. It's safe here. Well, safer.
Promise?
So far. Go on.
He still hesitates, but he manages one foot in, and the moment he steps his foot in, he immediately, brings his hands over his head, ready to, get hit, and nothing happens.
Told you.
Oh. I'm good at counting.
Well, just, can you read?
If you point to it, I can read it.
Start from the left side of the bottom shelf. Read the first item and count how many there is, and I'll write it down.
He's thinking real big. R-I-C-E.
Okay, rice.
R-I-C-E.
You don't need to spell every one there, buddy.
How many?
Just the first one of every item. Just the first one.
Okay.
And then count how many of that item there is and tell me the number.
You then see his eyes like rapidly scroll through all of the rice bags. 47.
That's a lot of rice. Should have ordered some chopsticks.
What's a chopstick?
Never mind that. Right. So, lots of food. Done with here.
As you guys go about the counting, the inventory does come up correct. Again, you guys have a lot of food. Again, it'll last you guys a little over 2 months at sea, which is what you were told. Because again, you were given food that wouldn't spoil easily, that you could that you could travel with, and again, use in a large variety, because people know how this stuff works. As you guys are counting, though, you hear a "Hey, boss!"
Oh.
Was that Joe Curly or Larry?
I mean, you don't know,
All right, looks like duty calls.
but it did come from above.
I slither back up to the main deck.
Graham follows because he don't know what else to do. And he's curious.
As you guys arrive, you see some interesting people arriving on deck. Specifically, you see a robot, and a goblin. The goblin is currently, you can see that she's carrying a large pack on her back. Meanwhile, the robot seems to be carrying very little. Though under his cloak, the cloak that he's wearing, it's kind of like poofed out a bit. But the goblin kind of raises a hand. "Ahoy! May we come aboard?"
Are you the new crewmates?
I'm Master Gunner Missy, and this is the surgeon, Doc.
First meet Valor Wavewalker.
And they both come up the gangplank, and as they do, Missy kind of smiles. "Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Valor. Again, Missy Blacksalt," and she offers a hand.
I take it gently, despite the. Considering I don't know much about goblins in this particular universe, is she significantly shorter than I am?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She is
Small
even
hand.
shorter than Scram.
Small hand versus big hand, so I don't squeeze, I guess.
No worries. And
And then there's the robot, and Valor's Oath of Discovery goes into overdrive seeing this divine creation. Valor is circling the robot and taking as many notes as he can in the amount of time that he's there.
Doc actually starts to turn with you, though it's just the upper half of her torso is spinning. And she's, "Hello, I am Damage Obliteration Construct, or Doc for short. I have been hired on by Captain Nyafta to serve as the ship's surgeon."
Right. Med Bay is 5th door on the right, I think. I haven't got it fully mapped out yet.
It is okay. I was able to scan the ship. It is typical sloop design. Medbay will be in the hold across from the brig. You don't want the sick to mingle with the crew. It would not do.
I will let you know in advance. I can't get sick.
Duly noted. I will be sure to dissect this strange phenomena.
Please don't.
No dissection. All right, fair enough. And it looks down at Scram and leans in. You are small, smaller than you should be for species and age. Aren't you sick?
I don't think so.
May I scan you?
Okay.
You watch
Does it
as... No, most of my procedures will not hurt and not cause pain, though there will be sometimes that is unavoidable, but I always promise it is to make the pain stop.
Oh, okay.
And its eyes flash and scan Scram, and it frowns. No diseases or sickness detected, but a clear... Unfortunately, the only true ailment is malnourishment, and we will fix that with a steady diet.
Could you actually, maybe print that out so that we know how not to overfeed him? Because it seems like he may be a little stuck from the... What would we call that? Picnic? Luncheon? Snack?
I do not know to what picnic, luncheon, snack you are referring to, but I will indeed create a regiment.
Thank you.
No need
Missy.
to thank me for doing my prime active.
It's called being polite.
Manners. Oh yes, I know of them.
Yes, but you should be able to find a room all to your own. Missy, same goes for you, unless you have any preferences as to a person of interest on the ship, should you find one.
Oh, I do not need a room. I will be staying in the med bay where I belong.
And don't forget to interact with the crew every now and again. We do like to see your face.
I have a face? It says, confused.
Well, face apparatus, whatever that particular portion of your body is called, your head, faceplate thing, eye sockets.
I do not have eye sockets. These are my, well, I suppose you would call them observation units.
So, eyes.
They do not have the fluid or squishiness of eyes.
Do they function the same?
No, not really. My eyes can see through many things and can break down things into its component pieces.
What is... I should ask this for the sake of everybody's sanity, but what is your particular rule on doctor-patient confidentiality?
I do not know, but I tend to only share medical advice or opinions with either the captain of the ship or the one I am treating.
Good.
Everybody knows you have to about stop it.
Wait, what?
Everybody, if you have... That's funny. That's really funny, actually.
You have to stop speaking into my head.
Sorry, I just learned this.
Damn it. I still cannot believe you guys managed to coax that out of me after nearly a year at sea with you guys.
Yeah, you know.
Anyways, yes, Missy, you should be able to find a room all to your own. Doc, if you wish to stay down the med bay, do so as you please, but do try to interact with the crew aside from your duties.
Oh, of course. I was only referring to sleeping arrangements. I do not want to be a burden in space.
You won't be. You won't be. Everybody here is rather respectful of one another.
Oh, good. Missy I'm gonna go below deck and check out your cannon and your black powder, if you don't mind.
Oh, do be aware of the, what was he, Water Dwarf?
Arian, but yes, Water Dwarf.
Do be aware of the Arian down there. He is also tinkering with the cannons. You two should be able to work well together.
So I have a partner already. Well,
he is a cannoneer. He tends to carry a culverin around all the time.
she stops. Ooh. And then continues. But
yeah, Grimir is down there, and he has a lot of knowledge about cannons.
That said, I do need to head into town and do my shopping, so, Scram, don't do anything that causes yourself harm.
I don't plan to.
And
Unless
if
you
you do, be sure to come see me afterward. I will fix you up almost like new.
What Doc said.
What's your rate of success?
I have not had a patient that I could save die. Though I will admit there are some wounds that even I cannot treat. I cannot restore a lost organ such as heart, liver, lungs, spleen, kidneys, or brain. I can, however, cure almost any physical injury, though amputation and replacement with prosthetic is always on the table.
He means he can basically fix you to get hurt, like a cut.
Indeed.
Pancreas is still able to get replaced, is what I'm hearing.
The beautiful God and Almighty Lady Tarot will give all that I need magic-wise if I cannot heal with mundane.
As he says tarot, does my knowledge of my particular god, Estoro, do people who believe in Estoro and people who believe in tarot have a rivalry or a good relationship?
No one. So your deity is who again?
Estoro.
Estoro.
God of Discovery, I believe.
Right. No, I mean, there's no, Tarot has no bad blood with any gods, any deities. In fact, he actually he's often been the peace talker.
Where was he when we needed him?
Well, again, he's the brother of Teva and Vesi. So he did try to bring them to the table to talk of peace. It just never worked out for him. And again, it's, followers of Tarot often pray for good health, true love, reconciliation with friends, and peace with foes.
Well, at least we can say this guy's not going to be on our bad sides.
Graham does also ask internally to all of his, being like if that deity sounds familiar.
You actually get a response of, Tarot is a good god, though why he's calling it lady and god at the same time is confusing. I don't know that he knows how organisms function.
Yes, but, Doc, cargo hold is currently occupied with some construction workers who may or may not be complete buffoons, so do take caution when going down there.
I will be sure to cure them if their buffoonery has caused them grievous harm. Thank you for noting my new patients. And Doc leaves, headed downstairs.
And I am going to the... Let's see, what do I have to do? I have to visit the blacksmith. I have all what I need to go and give him. What else did I need? Oh, yes. Did Skull come to the ship with the rest of them?
No. At least I didn't think so. Skull, I thought you were still with the Nyafta and Tiny Sensei.
He had stayed by with Nyafta and Tiny.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will go to the blacksmith, and that is where I am going at the moment.
Alright, so, shifting focus. As Grimir, you see a goblin woman walk downstairs, and she looks... So, you must be Grimir.
Oh, yeah, yes. Hi.
Well, good to meet you. I'm Missy.
Hi, Missy. Are you supposed to be on the ship?
Yes, I'm the new master gunner here.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Oh, wow.
You and I will be working together.
Master gunner.
That is the
cool.
title
Great.
I have, yes. I'm sorry.
Great. Yeah. Huh?
You seem a bit surprised. I'm
No,
sorry they didn't
no.
tell you.
No. That's not my ship. Yeah. No. Yeah.
And she walks over and holds out her hand. I look forward to working with you, though.
Yeah. Yes. Same.
She slowly lowers her hand.
What, so you like cannons?
I do, actually. I am a very big fan of cannons. And
Ooh.
most things that explode, to be honest.
Oh, okay. That's great. Wow.
Mm.
What's your history like with cannons? What kind of dabbling have you done?
I mean, I used to build cannons back in the day, and then I accidentally caused a couple of explosions, and I was politely asked to leave. And so, I've been kind of wandering about, but no, I certainly enjoy cannons. I can mostly repair them. I can't make new ones, but I can repair most damage, so long as it's just with the cannon and not with the frame. What are we working with in terms of cannons on this ship?
We've got 4 12-pound carronades, all smoothbore. They're pretty standard. I actually had more questions for you, Brent.
Sure.
Well, actually, really, just one more. What's the aiming mechanism on these? Are they on like wooden bases that are static, or do they have wheels? Or
So these, so for down here, they do have wheels,
Yep.
and they're connected by a length of chain. It's not a very long chain either. It's a pretty short chain that will allow like some movement once they fire, but once they
And then what's the vertical? It's usually wedges, is what they used to use.
They are using wedges, and
Okay.
it's not very high. You're only gonna get maybe a 15-degree cone shooting out of the thing. So you gotta be pretty on top of your target.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all pretty standard fare. They're not locally fixed, so that you can rotate them. There's no vertical adjustment mechanism. It's just just a wedge system and standard range. Nothing complicated with ammunition. We have a pretty normal amount of shots. Not a whole lot of chain shot, and then mostly just single shot.
I like you. I like you a lot. And she smiles as she approaches and begins to inspect one of the cannons. And they're in pretty good shape too. Not a lot of rust I can find. It seems like they're well taken care of. Excellent. This will be a lot easier than I thought. I thought I was walking into a disaster.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to do. I mean, you know, there's a lot to improve on.
Oh yes, improvements galore. I assume then, since these are smoothbore, you were thinking of doing some rifling, yes?
Definitely, yeah. I'd like to also talk about, if we have a carpenter looking at potentially setting up a more fixed system, so that we can, a little bit more easily and more quickly aim them. But it also depends on the training of the crew. I don't know who all operates the cannons here, so I kind of wanted to see if we could do a shooting drill and I could see what we're working with. But
I would definitely agree, and I don't think we've hired a carpenter yet, at least not from what I've seen, I grant you.
Okay.
Though I haven't seen much, I am still fairly new here.
Okay.
However, we could definitely talk to the captain about hiring a carpenter.
Sure, yeah.
And she smiles. Working with you is going to be such a relief.
Oh, good. That's great. Wow. Nobody's ever said that before. Wow.
Well,
That was maybe the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me before. Wow.
she looks so heartbroken for a moment, and then she smiles and leans in and pats your shoulder. Well, honestly, I mean, it's been a long time since I can talk shop with someone who can keep up. Normally, as a master gunner, I'm used to just, hey, do this, and they do it without any idea as to the why they're doing it, and they just kind of go through the motions.
No, I need to understand everything.
Oh, thank you. And she smiles as she begins to explain her plans for kind of what's going to happen. And she also informs you that she has the skills to add rifling to cannons.
Nice.
And as you and her talk shop, we pan the camera back to Niafta and Skull and Tiny Sensei. But Skull, as you and Niafta are sitting there, Tiny Sensei just kind of looks to Niafta. So, Captain, what's our plan? What are we going to do moving forward?
What are we going to do moving forward? Well, I would think that after the research are ready and everything is advanced, we'll probably find a new adventure.
Well, finding a new adventure is definitely on the list. But, more of a where, and also, what are we going to do for coin? Because we do need money to pay people.
Well, there's a sorts of things that we can do. That will have to be, pick up missions as we go. We have no problem on finding places, finding people, and finding people. You know what I mean?
I do. I am currently in talks to bring a few more deckhands on. After all, we can fit a nice-sized crew, and it would be nice to have a crew for each shift. But, no, are we looking in town for, transport work? Are we going to do mercenary contract work? Or are we going into privateering full-time? These are kind of questions I need to know so I can kind of pick our crew a little better.
We could do either or. I think we'll have like good criteria to choose which missions will pay us better.
Huh. All right, which missions pay us better? Yeah, I can definitely we can see about that one. And he kind of takes a note here. And he just nods. Very, very well. That's capable. And he kind of looks to you, Skull. You're good at hunting things and bringing down large predators and the like. Any good bounties on such creatures?
I can get a hold of a couple of contacts and see if there are any in the nearby area we could always hunt. Though, while we're on that topic, some crew you may want to look for someone that can skin and tan the hides of creatures. Even these large ones we could sell for quite a profit. And maybe a chef? I'm not sure if you have any either. Someone that plays music always raises the hopes of people on board. And besides, what's a crew without a bard?
Guess what?
That's... Yes?
Just out of character. There's a tavern.
Niafta explains that she is a bard. And is happy to entertain the crew, but
Absolutely.
yeah, Cade nods his head. Meanwhile, what was your question, Valor?
They're in a tavern, right?
Yes.
Ask the barkeep. That's just my only advice to this particular instance is just ask the barkeep. They always know. It's just a weird niche. The bartender always knows.
That's not weird. Everyone talks to the bartender. If you're going to talk to anyone, talk to the person who pours you drinks.
Yeah, I was going to say, nothing weird about that. Bartenders always know things. But
bartenders always know things. It's the thing. It's a magical construct to the entire world.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's just the truth.
Fuck,
I've talked to more barkeeps than I have fucking therapists.
Yeah.
I've frankly gotten better advice.
Yeah.
I don't drink, but I feel that sentiment.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Presently, though, Tiny Sensei just kind of frowns. Well, I mean, I've been cooking, but if we had a more dedicated cook, that wouldn't be a terrible thing.
Do that.
Along with the cook, we might want to see if we can find a butcher. A cook can't always be doing the cleaning work. And to be entirely fair, I'd rather have a butcher and a scrap than a chef.
Noted. And, I mean, there's a few people we can go to.
You're kind of demanding for a newcomer.
Say again, Niafta?
You're kind of demanding for a newcomer.
Demands are not what I give recommendations. You're more than welcome to tell me to fuck off with anything I say. I hear a question, I give answers.
Alright. Last thing our chef, Tiny Sensei, has been cooking for us, right? With Carl.
Yes, Tiny Sensei and Thok have been cooking for you. It's not the greatest of fare. Like, there's definitely, if you had a dedicated cook, it could improve.
Yeah.
And having more than one person doing a job is not terrible.
Yeah.
But Tiny Sensei does think this is a good idea to have a cook, and if they are a butcher, then, all's the better.
Yeah.
All Skull does is give advice that he has learned from the sea.
But presently, Tiny Sensei just kind of nods. Well, Captain, if you would like to find us a cook or someone who can take care of that. I can go get us some more deckhands and a couple of powder monkeys.
I can start asking about if there's any bounties that we might come across in our travel.
Stay with the captain, though. Frankly, I don't like the captain having to deal with the shadier parts of this town.
That's fair. After all, why hire a muscle if you aren't going to have the muscle with you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with that, he kind of stands up. All right, Captain, I'm out, and I'll catch you back on the Mercy.
All right.
I like how Cade and Skull are treating Niafta as if she isn't some, like, magically endowed bard that can literally cut a man down with her words.
I mean,
To be fair, Skull has openly said that he hunts things that are bigger than our ship.
that is true.
Yes. We need that. We're going to need that for sure.
Like, my one of my things is, I go after Leviathans. Any sea creature labeled as huge or above, I am good for.
Indeed. But, so, you and Niafta, are left alone, and, Niafta, where do you go to try to find, someone to assist you? Or to try to find a cook? Who are you asking around for?
What am I asking around for? Right now I'm in the ship, right?
You're at a tavern.
Tavern.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the bartender. Obviously.
I mean, so the bartender in this case is a human, and he kind of looks. Ah! How can I help you, miss?
Hi. First, tell me one. And second, do you have any information about a good cook that is willing to leave their home and get into very dangerous adventures?
He pours you a mug of ale, and he actually nods. I mean, I actually know that, the Chef's Guild is currently, full of people, and, I'm sure they wouldn't mind, I'm sure there's some people who wouldn't mind going on adventures.
Right. Well, we just kind of left one of our crew members there. So probably can tell us about somebody.
I know of one. Yeah, she's oh wow. Her name is Octavia, and she cooks. I don't necessarily think that I'd eat anything she makes, but she's a good cook from all accounts.
Oh well.
There's also Madame Noodle.
That sounds so good.
That's just what everybody calls her. I don't know if that's like her actual name, but Madame Noodle, she owns a food stall on the other end of the dock.
Something tells me she makes nothing but ramen.
Maybe she makes other kind of noodles.
There's a lot of different types of noodles. There's stir-fry noodles, there's ramen noodles, there's like spaghetti, like, you take your pick.
Yep.
Noodles are versatile. Giggity.
But anyway, he kind of nods. Those are two that I think that their prospects would be better. Octavia has her own little food stall, but it's closer to the train.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe I will visit this lady Octavia first.
Say that one more again.
Maybe we'll visit this Octavia first.
Well,
and she be willing to spend awesome. If not, I'm gonna take a visit to the Chef's Guild.
Alright. So you're hitting up Octavia first? Okay. And also it's a copper piece for your ale. Again, he has lots of ale. So, but Skull, you and Yafta are headed to headed to the train station. And as you get there, the city's mostly recovering and mostly recovered from the, brief war. Making it, a lot. Zeleny seems to be able to bounce back from things like that really quickly, which is always a positive. And as you're walking through, people kind of wave to Niafta, and it seems Niafta is at least memorable. And eventually you arrive at the station, and you do see that there is a couple of different vendors. One person is selling trinkets and baubles, another is selling maps and, pamphlets. And then, of course, there is a food cart that has a bunch of very interesting looking meals on it. You can see soups, you can see mugs of some kind of drink, and the woman in question standing behind it is a little strange looking, as far as women go, and as far as anyone goes, really.
Is what again, sorry?
Insert picture of Nick.
Fuck.
Octavia.
Oh, okay. It is interesting, you're right.
And she's smiling, though it is rather unfortunate, at everyone who comes by. Come try my new drink. It is full of energy and will help you travel throughout the day on any amount of rest. I promise guaranteed results. Or come try my warm stew. It's sure to keep you warm no matter the weather. And she kind of looks as you two approach. Oh, welcome. Welcome to Octavia's Eatery, she says, gesturing to the sign above her little stall. I'm Octavia. A pleasure to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. I almost feel like I should ask you for potions.
Niafta, what were you saying?
I'm just presenting myself. My name is Niafta. Nice to meet you too.
Ah, excellent. No, I don't dabble in potions, unfortunately. No gift for alchemy or the like. But I do sell fun food, she says, smiling. This is what I call the pick-me-up, and she holds up a dark liquid. It might have been coffee. It might have been tea. It doesn't look like either.
Okay.
It is the accumulation of every Monster Energy drink known to man. It smells like coffee. And it just has a slight coloration of tea, but it's thick. It's more like a slushy, or like a it's more like a slime than a drink at this point.
Okay.
But
Actually, how is here to talk business?
say that one more again.
We're here to talk business, kind of.
Ah, business. Well, I'm always happy to talk business.
Yeah, it's just that you seem so well established here. I was going to offer you a job aboard of my ship, the Vesi's Mercy. We need a cook.
Ah, wow, on a ship and getting out of Zeleny and off of Zelen?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going everywhere.
So like you have a kitchen and you have like ingredients I can use and you don't mind my eyes or my stitches?
I don't mind your appearance at all, and our kitchen has been fully remodeled just today, and we are making shopping on ingredients and everything.
Oh my,
It's gonna
oh
be
my.
fully adapted.
So like, do I start like right now, or can I start like right now? Like, can I like move onto the ship?
Are you actually interested to come? I would be happy to find you.
I am 100% on board. I am ready to go wherever we're going. I don't care. It is out of Zeleni and out of Zelen. I am 100% on board. Wherever we go, we can go straight into Vesi's Rage for all I care. I want off this rock. And she she kind of like smooths her hair out. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been shipwrecked, or rather stranded here for years, and I wasn't supposed to be here. I was actually supposed to be much further north in Don, but well, my last ship kind of didn't want me. Something about may or may not have caused one person's internal organs to burn out of their that's not my fault. I told him it wasn't ready, and I told him not to drink it. He didn't listen.
Oh well. Well, you don't worry, because everybody in our crew is going to listen to whatever instructions you give about your food, because you're the cook.
She grabs your hands in hers and looks at you with big anime eyes, and despite her eyes looking quite vicious, you can see like they glisten slightly with tears. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. If you would be so kind to come with us and find.
Yes, of course. Wait. And she kicks her stand, and you watch as the spokes that like keep it steady retract in, and wheels pop out rather quickly. Mm-hmm. And she just grabs onto a handlebar that kind of appears, and she's like, "I'm ready to go. I am always mobile."
All right. Then bring all the stuff in, because since the kitchen has been remodeled, I don't know if we're fully equipped yet with, like pans and spoons and all that.
No worries. And even if we are, there's no harm in having extras, and my stuff, I promise you, is very top quality. At least what I could afford. And she is ready to go as soon as you guys are ready to leave with her.
Well, good. Kind of sad that we don't get to visit the meal. Reef.
I mean, now it's Scram, but...
No, I mean, we dropped Reefs at the Chef's Guild, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But
that's alright.
She kind of nods. And follows after you. So do you head back to the Vesi, or do you head to the Chef's Guild?
We're going to go back to the Vesi.
Okay. Skull, as you kind of walk... Skull, as you're kind of walking with the captain and Octavia, she kind of looks at you. I've never seen one of your kind before. Are those like... Those are like your actual appendages, right?
Yes, they are, and I have full autonomy over them. I can pick things up and I can move them around as I need to. And to be quite blunt, if anyone gives you any issues about your appearance, point them out for me. I'll make sure they know fear.
Oh, no. I'm not here to scare anyone. But
I never said you were. That's my job.
Ah, yes. Well, good show. And she nods. Can you grow those back? She says, pointing.
With time, yes.
Noted. So like, if we were like short on food, and
I intend to make sure we will never be short on food.
Oh, you're a
That's where my
striker.
teeth go.
Yes, I hunt for a living.
Oh, wonderful. Well, whatever you hunt, I can cut up, butcher, and of course take apart. I am fantastic at that. I am a bit of a master when it comes to pulling up, or well, falling apart, and you watch as her hands drop, like 4 inches, like sever cleanly, and then you notice that she kind of flexes, and these little threads seem to pull her hands back into place and reattach to her wrists. Ta-da!
That's a neat trick. I'm sure you've scared plenty of people with it.
Halloween's in Zeleny must be fun.
She smiles. Oh, you have no idea. It is quite the trick. But again, not something I do often, but again, it allows me a certain degree of freedom.
Mhm.
And
What was that one clown guy from One Piece called?
What?
Wait, which one?
What was that one clown guy from One Piece called?
Buggy.
From the beginning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Buggy the Clown.
Buggy.
Yep, with the chop fruit.
Buggy's kid
Who
sister.
unintentionally became a badass while still being one of the weakest pirates to ever exist.
Man, this sucks. Sorry, just lamenting.
Lamenting Buggy?
No, something else. I just got a notification. Sorry. But
You
as-
can fly for copyright infringement.
no. And it's not in copyright infringement. I'm not making money. And this is homage. Because I really like this. But she follows along with you, and as you guys arrive at the Vesi's Mercy, you do indeed find everyone else, well, except Valor. Valor seems to have disappeared for an unknown amount of time.
Oh,
Everyone's got to go do their own shopping eventually.
Also, Tiny Sensei, of course, is not here.
could they be together?
Say that one more again?
Could they be together?
Valor and Penny
That's
Sensei, I'm guessing.
I mean, it's entirely possible. But, oh, you're asking, Skull.
Valor and Tyson. Oh, Scott.
I mean, Skull's the only one right next to you.
Yes.
Well, besides Octavia.
Yeah, there's that, true.
Thinking out loud.
But she doesn't know. But, she kind of looks, so, kitchen, may I ask where it is, Captain?
Well, I'm gonna have to do some exploring myself if you just want to join me, as I'm just gonna make my way onto the ship.
Oh, yes, of course. I will get us set up in a jiffy, Captain, and I will have, it's almost lunchtime, so I will have lunch prepared in an hour.
Oh,
Efficient. I like it.
Well, again, I have some stuff already ready, so it shouldn't take long. Just getting reused to new environs. And with that, she follows you onto the ship, Skull. Grimir and Scram, you hear Nyafta return. Mostly because Ara from the Crow's Nest cries out, Captain on deck!
Oh, it wasn't necessary, but okay, I guess I have to get used to these kind of things.
I'll come up to the main deck.
Scram!
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna
No.
say, don't die on me, Scram. You can't die on me. But yeah, you hear the captain has returned.
Oh.
Oh,
Are they on the deck at this point now?
Yeah.
Oh, they see Niafta. Niafta is familiar. Everyone else is not.
yeah, I have to introduce you to a couple of members of the crew.
We have more new members.
Yes.
How many people can fit on the boat? Won't the
Many.
wind cause the boat to sink?
It would
You
take
shouldn't.
a lot more than we'd be able to find to make that happen.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about that.
It's nice to meet you, little one. As a skull leans down to basically to match eye level.
His eyes are like saucers. He's got those very big, like, feral seal eyes.
Skull's eyes are just pure black.
Scram's are kind of similar, where they're mostly black, but because his eyes are, like, really wide at the moment, you can kind of see the white of them. Similar to, like, a dog when they kind of, like, look away and you see the sides of their eyes a little bit. He's scared, is what I'm also saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you can see the white of an animal's eyes, that means they're a little spooked.
This one has been grown in captivity, sort of say. So he's not used to a lot of things.
Well, experience is the best teacher.
Yeah, I know.
The skull returns to full standing height.
Grimir, do you come up on deck when you're informed that everyone comes back? So, Grimir, you see Skull, and again, he has octopus tentacles for legs.
I'm actually, as soon as I get on the main deck, I just stand at attention and start saluting in Niafta's general direction.
You see Missy
Didn't know
just
you
kinda...
had a Navy man here.
Oh, yeah. We take everything we can use, and I find in variety very useful sorts of, getting over any kind of trouble.
Soldiers take all types. Same do. So I guess pirates are on the same boat.
Yeah.
Get it? We're all on the
You
same
have to
boat.
intend that pun. You have to intend it.
The skull fully meant to try to make the pun, but felt awkward as soon as he made it.
Like, Scram didn't even understand the pun either. He's just looking at you like, what does that mean?
Scram actively looks ashamed of himself.
God, you were ashamed of your puns, god damn it.
So how long is he going to salute you?
I don't know.
I believe the term you should tell him is at ease.
Okay. So, yeah, we have to introduce the whole crew. So, call everybody on deck.
Skull's just staring at the sea dwarf that has not let his hand fall for a moment, just steadfast in his salute.
Is he gonna stay that way? Says Missy, who's like standing next to him.
He might.
You should tell him to relax. It's kind of creepy.
He
I
is
wonder
an
just how
awkward
still
guy.
he'll stand.
Oop. Was this
Someone
another
should
thing
start
to think about?
stacking things on him and see just how stable he is.
I
There'll
swear, if I come
be
back to I swear, if I come back to a stack on top of a dwarf, I'm gonna be upset.
Who the hell is calling everybody on the deck?
Well, everybody is on the deck. And
Ready?
ready.
Then.
And again,
Everyone except for Tiny and Valor.
yes, Tiny and Valor are obviously missing.
Mysteriously gone. Okay.
I mean, Scram knows where he went.
Well,
And
Scram
so
knows
does
where
Doctor.
Valor went.
I kind of need you guys to be there because Valor, you are my second in charge, and Tiny Sensei is pretty much my third in charge.
Well, you know. He did say he was gonna go get you a carpenter, though, so.
True that.
He is at the very least on a mission. I mean, you
Mhm,
could
mhm.
ask where Valor went.
Is your arm getting tired at all?
Is it? Because you can stop raising your hand, like really.
Again, I think the term is at ease.
Okay. At ease.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Good job.
And Missy just like tilts her head in such utter confusion. But like
Skull is just trying not to laugh his ass off now.
Octavius just kind of like,
It's okay. Octavius, like I assume that she's very anxious to meet her new kitchen.
Captain, reporting on the status of the cannons, Captain.
Alright.
Captain, cannons are in tip-top shape.
Yes. Marvelous.
Somebody
How's
get
the
Roman,
kitchen?
I
please.
love Grimir so much.
Oh, top notch.
Missy just kind of sighs. The dwarf is correct. The cannons are in tip-top shape, and there are a few upgrades that need to be made. I will present them to you tomorrow, written down in a proper notation. But rest assured that we
Captain,
can...
I have a report on possible upgrades, Captain. And Grimir holds out a sheet of paper with what looks like hieroglyphs scribbled all over it, with various like pictograms and diagraphs of various different parts, a few drawings of cannons interspersed in between.
Missy just shakes
So
her
I
head.
stand up very. I want to stand in front of him, like very formally. Privateer Grimir?
He's holding it
your
out
mission.
for you.
Yes, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna see it, and I'll be like, "I got you a mission.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I need you to translate this to ordinary language, like common language."
It's written in common, Captain.
You see Missy look at it? Like, it is?
We've all
Yeah, okay.
We've all forgotten that Grimir is illiterate.
No, it's written in common.
His handwriting is just horrid.
No, it's really nice.
This is what we're-
The handwriting is really nice. It's just extremely dense with shitloads of notes all over it. The text is like lined perfectly. Each line of text is like it's geometric, and the pictograms like perfectly are set up, and the text ends at a uniform line when it's going around pictograms.
That's amazing.
It's the neatest and most dense notes you've ever seen in your life, to a degree that makes it almost impossible to read.
I see.
I think
So I'm gonna need you to summarize this, starting with the amount of cannons that we have.
That's the summarized
inventory,
version,
power,
Captain.
and-
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Missy just takes the sheet. I'll put this in a form that I think you can understand, Captain.
Sure. All the information that I need because I trust you guys is the amount of cannons, the inventory on powder and cannonballs, and if there is anything that we need to bust on.
We have enough We have enough single shot. I believe you said for 100 round, 100 shots.
112 shots, Gunnery Master.
Yes, thank you.
For how many?
100
100 shots for how many?
112 shots for the 4 cannons. We also have. How much did you say in chain shot again?
6 shots per cannon, Gunnery Master.
Excellent. The barrels of the cannons are smoothbore, so me and the gunner here were thinking about adding rifling to them to make sure they're a little better of a shot. We have enough powder for all of the shots, plus at least 1 keg more than we need, at least according to these notes.
Mm-hmm.
She says, looking at Grimir's notes.
Mm-hmm.
Grimir and I were thinking of investing in a carpenter so he can build us a better aiming system.
That sounds pretty smart. Good job, Privateer.
Thank you, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
And there is also the possibility of purchasing a few more, a little bit more chain shot, if at all possible. Frankly, having more options is never a bad thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I agree.
Ultimately speaking, though, I will, again, write this out in a way I think you could understand and digest easily, Captain, and we will, of course, await the funding. Once we have a carpenter, though, we'll be able to give you a more accurate set of figures.
Yeah. Kate, better known as Tiny Sensei, should be getting that soon, very soon. The carpenter, I mean.
And she looks to Grimir.
Somebody knows where Valor is?
He's here, isn't he?
Ara kind of leans over. I saw him leave the ship, Captain. It's likely he was headed in to buy some supplies.
Alright, then I hope he doesn't take long.
He likely won't. So, who's the new faces?
Who's the new faces? Well, here is Cole. He's going to be our new striker, Master Hunter, and, well, provide us with meat.
Meat, fish, whatever I can hunt.
Thok likes meat.
Yeah.
Skull likes Thok better.
Thok likes smiles. And then he looks down at Scram. Thok looks down at Scram. I told you this ship nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one is our new cook. Her name is Octavia, and she is going to be mostly downstairs, but she's going to be taking care of our tummies.
She gives a curtsy. A pleasure to meet you all, and I hope that you find my food to be as filling as it is delicious.
Yes.
Thok kind of looks around.
And,
Tiny Sensei not cooking no more?
well, it was his idea to find a new cook, so maybe he's tired of it.
Oh. Okay. Well, if it's his idea, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
He has lots of good ideas.
Mm-hmm. Do we have anybody else to introduce?
Doc kind of raises his hand. Well, we already introduced ourselves.
Right. Well, this one is Doc. Is our new Doc. Huh?
I am Damage
So,
Obliteration Construct. Or Doc, for short.
Yes. So, Doc is going to be taking care of our wounds and disease.
Please, try not to get sick. I will have a proper hygiene regimen ready and written.
Also, Octavia, if you don't mind, there might be some many recommendations from Doc that I would like you to follow, especially for what's his name? The little one.
Graham.
Yeah, Scram.
Yes.
Yes. Scram is in a special regimen of brain nutrition.
Oh, jeez.
Octavia
Don't
looks.
worry about it.
Octavia looks to Scram and kind of nods. Aye, he does need a bit of fattening up, but sure, I'll be happy to take the recommendations. Doc, is it? You say you have them? I will have them in the morning.
Okay, now I'm going to approach to Scram and I'm gonna grab his hands with mine, look at the face and be like,
no touch, please.
okay, apologies. But just kind of like hand signaling like I am holding hands, but not really. And I'm going to say, nobody here is going to force you to eat more than you can stand. However, we encourage you
I'm gonna
to
throw
eat
up.
better. Exactly. We're not gonna do that. We don't want you to throw up or explode at any point. So yeah, you're going to eat to your full, but no more than that.
Oh,
Okay, don't be afraid. We won't have you stuffing your mouth with food or whatever. Don't be afraid of that. You're going to eat as you please, but we're going to take care that what you eat is fully nutritious and help you grow. With strength and height if possible.
Well, I was told that my growth plates were shut, so I don't think I can get any bigger.
You might not get taller, but you may retain muscles and grow in other ways. Believe me, it will be noticeable after a few weeks.
Yes, we should get you there. And also you might start getting some training to build up those muscles and your strength. We need it because, we need to be strong when we are at sea.
Oh, okay.
Well, with that being said, everybody can go to your quarters. Octavia, I'm going to show you the kitchen.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we go.
So as Octavia follows Niafta below, Falk looks to Scram. See? It nice ship. And he heads back downstairs. Doc just kind of waves to Skull. Welcome aboard. I haven't operated on one of your kind before. I will be sure to take notes.
I appreciate it. Hopefully you don't have to operate on me.
Oh, do not worry. I am sure I could perform any necessary surgeries, including but not limited to amputation or blood draws.
Hello?
And,
Yes.
nope, it just, he's just
Everyone
dissecting
got
that.
really quiet.
But as,
Not very often you hear someone wants to experiment on you to figure out how you tick.
yeah. But, with that, Doc goes below deck as well. And, let's see. Whoops, I put those in the wrong spot. I put those in the way wrong spot. But yeah, so with the new crew, and, Cade off searching, and Valor out going to get some new armor, that is where we shall end today's session, and we shall pick up with Valor in the shopping district next time. So, allow me to once again thank everyone for tuning in and watching. Really, it means the world to us. And of course, I wouldn't be able to do this without my fantastic cast of characters. Allow me to introduce them. Of course, to my immediate right, we have Mr. David playing Grimir, our Aurian Cannoneer.
Aye, Captain.
He's still saluting.
And then
He stopped saluting after he was told at ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stopped at the appropriate time.
And then to the far right, we have my other brother, Mr. Masson, playing our new octopus person. I don't know how to pronounce that species, so...
Sicalian.
Sicalian, there we go. Skull Tide Shot. I'm
You have
hiding.
fun.
I'm hiding classes.
For now, yeah. Always a fun session. I'm looking forward to more fun times in the future.
Oh yeah, it'll be great. Then of course we have Mr. Vex playing Valor Wakewalker.
I have some shit to sell and some things to buy.
Indeed.
Good stuff.
We have Emil playing Scram, our new Selkie.
I think I'm gonna throw up from all the food I'm about to eat.
And of course, last but certainly not least, is the ever lovely Laura playing Captain Niafta, our tiefling bard. Rogue.
What the hell is a bard doing as a captain? I don't know, but man, I'm a performer, and if I want to be a captain, I have to act like one, right?
Exactly. She can perform the role, damn it! But
Well, yeah, I can.
also, we all wish a speedy recovery to Miss Roan,
Yes.
played by the lovely Ivy, our Selkie barbarian. Hopefully she will be able to join us next
Tis the time
week.
of being sick.
Huh?
'Tis the time of being sick this year.
Indeed it is, especially in Oregon where it's snowing pretty constantly. So, anyway, guys and gals, non-binary pals, I have been the Master of Seas, Dr. John Wolfenstein, and thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, please stay healthy, my friends.
See you next time, patients.